All right. Glad everybody could make it today. The injuries, the guys that didn't practice today were Leo, Trent McDuffie, Jalen Moore, Derek Noddy, Rasheed, Jawan Taylor, and Tyquan Thornton. And then I'll visit with Rick here and just see where we're at with who will play out of that group. Look forward to the challenge of playing this game. I mean, Tennessee has done a nice job especially with that defensive front that they've got, a young quarterback. Mike's done a nice job of stepping in and filling in that spot. That's a tough thing to do, and they've done it well along with his coordinator. So we've got to make sure that in special teams, I'm not saying anything about special, I should be talking about special teams too. They got a great returner and punter, and that's been doing a long time, and special teams coordinator there. So with John Fassel. But again, we look forward to the challenge of playing them. So with that, time's yours.
Andy, we're about to get Travis. Can you just go over what you saw from him in the age 36 season?
Yeah, listen, I thought he has had a heck of a year. Really, I thought he played well. Great leadership, obviously. So I thought it was a step up even from what he played last year. He made that a point this offseason to really focus in and come in great shape, and it's helped him throughout the year here. He's been able to maintain that.
You and Coach Baggs have talked about maybe young guys getting to play more in these last 3 games. Have a guy on the defensive side like Nick to be the quarterback. How much does that really help you as far as being able to put some of the guys on the field?
Yeah, that's helped really throughout the season because we've been able to do that. I presume that's what you're talking about. So, yeah, to make all that happen, Matt, and get the guys going in the right direction, you got to have a transmitter there, and he is that to a T from the front all the way to that back end, and he is a quarterback of the defense. So that has helped tremendously.
And how do you feel like Gardner kind of responded this week, and especially with the game you're working with, a few receivers banged up?
Yeah, he doesn't let any of that bother him. He just goes out and plays. I mean, you guys have had a chance to meet him. You kind of know how he's wired, and he loves to play the game. You can see that when you're around him. He's got a great attitude, and he's a good player. So, I mean, I look forward to seeing what he can do out there.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, good.
What's your initial reaction to how Sunday's game went and you guys not being able to make it to the postseason?
I mean, I kind of talked about it on the podcast with my brother. It's just disappointing, and then on top of that, just an absolute dagger into the back, knowing how the season ended for 1-5, and on our last hope going into the last drive of the game, and looked like we were going to have a chance to maybe come out with a win and keep our hopes alive, and then kind of just kept going downhill from there. So it's just it sucks, man. It sucks, but that's the reality of it. And right now we got 3 games left to try and enjoy it with the guys in this building and the team that we've built here. And then on top of that, Chiefs Kingdom deserves us to go out there and play our hearts out for them.
Travis, last time we talked to you, you said it'd be after the season before you really contemplated what's next for you. But has it crossed your mind at all that you might have played with Patrick for the last time?
Oh, man, that's crazy. I think, I'd rather just keep the focus of the media and everything on this team right now. And all the conversations that I have with the team and everything moving forward will be with them. And, I think it's a unique time in my life. And unfortunately, I got 3 games left, and I know when the season ends this year. Typically, we go into it and we don't know when it's going to end, and that's the beauty of it. But just trying to make sure that everybody here knows that I'm focused on trying to win football games these last 3 games.
Has this been a tough season to evaluate just because you guys have been really, really good in spurts and sometimes for 3.5 quarters at times it just hasn't.
I think that's what it really is. That's where it's mostly frustrating, is that we've seen, spurts and or parts of the season where we are that team that I think we could make a run at a championship, and then times where we don't even deserve to be in the playoffs. So,
Travis, you spoke a bit about this a bit on the podcast as well, but the feeling of just sort of running through the tape when there's no playoff to play for now, and honoring the uniform, I think was one of the ways you put it. I wonder if you could just elaborate on that, like why it's so important to be able to give it your all in games that are less meaningful. It's
just integrity, man. It's integrity. I signed up to be, a Kansas City Chief, and I love doing what I do, and I know I've been dreaming of being in these moments and playing for, an NFL team since I was a kid, and I think getting back to that will give you more motivation than you could ever need to play this game. And I think the integrity of being a man about your work and giving everybody your devoted attention and your sense of urgency to be at your best for them. I think that's just how you need to go about work, whether or not you're in the race or not. And I think that's the mentality going into these last 3 games. Is we know it kind of ends after that New Year's game, or the game right after New Year's in January, and but I'm going to make sure these guys know that I'm out there giving them everything I got.
Have the recent developments given you an opportunity to maybe pause and appreciate what the Chiefs and you have done over the last decade?
I mean, not really. I'm just kind of stuck on how it got to this point, and it's just not really a time for evaluating. It's just time for trying to get through this as an organization, as a team, man.
How does your body feel right now?
I mean, we're rolling, man. I'm out here practicing every single day, and I'm able to keep doing it. And it's an honor to be out there on that field and feeling the discomfort that I'm feeling right now, because there's a lot of guys and a lot of people that wish they could be out there on that field and get a chance to make those plays and feel the soreness after a game. It's almost an honor to feel all that. So it's the end of a football season. Everybody's banged up, but this year is no different than others.
I know you don't usually get hung up on numbers, but you got a chance to be the first 1,000-yard tight end at your age or later in a career. Would that still mean something to you to reach that plateau at least one more time?
If it comes with winning 3 football games for the guys that I go to work with, man, yeah, without a doubt.
Travis, have you spoken even on the phone with Patrick as opposed to just texting? I mean, as close as you guys are, have you had a few exchanges with him?
I mean, that's my brother. I know everything he's going through and all that. I'll just keep it personal.
Maybe this is along those lines too. Did you get to speak with him much directly after the game?
I talked to him afterwards. I know it was before the MRI and stuff, but That's why I kind of chose not to speak to the media right after that game.
Last one, Nate.
Just, is there anything about this season that you found to be more appreciative now that you understand where the season goes, or is it just the more you look back on it, just disappointment of where you guys are?
Disappointment.
Last one, official.
Travis, it became more of a thing this year about how often you speak to us. And we see it in the locker room. Those of us in here know how it actually is. But I just wondered if that bothered you or what your reaction is to that becoming a thing.
What's that?
Just how just not speaking to
You know, I appreciate the respect you guys give me. You guys know through, you know, the podcast and other areas that you guys are going to get the sound bites and things like that. But if there's ever a, you know, something I need to speak on or something I need to answer a question about, I think I've always been pretty fair about that, and I think you guys have been pretty respectful on understanding where I'm at with all that.
Actually, if I could ask you a little more, Travis, you are planning to play all 3 games. We understand that. What do you think that shows from a leadership standpoint to the rest of the guys that will play with you, and what it might mean for them to see this example, obviously further on in their career?
You can roll the balls out in a Walmart parking lot, man. Sign me up, baby. I get a chance to play in the NFL, I'm going to do it.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
All
you.
right, guys.
Go from there.
Nick, first time in this situation for you, what's the approach for the final 3 games?
Yeah, we got an opportunity. I guess on defense, there's some things that we can still accomplish as a unit. Obviously, the team, we're trying to find ways to win football games and build some confidence going into the next season. So we're just taking it one play at a time, 1 week at a time. We've got a great opportunity in front of us at Tennessee this week, and we'll take it for that.
How important is to you just as, I'm not only a leader of the team, but also a guy who knows he's going to be here next year and the next year, to be there for the young guys that are going to get some opportunities the next few weeks?
Yeah, kind of like what I said, we're trying to build some confidence. We got a lot of young guys in there, especially because some of the injuries and some guys dinged up. So just instilling a little confidence within the guys, give them some positive reinforcement and some hopefully some positive plays out there, make some plays for us. And as we continue to keep going, we got in the next couple of weeks and then early in the season, the training camp, hopefully we can just let them keep going and build that confidence as we keep going.
You feel like it looked like you took a couple of dings in
Yeah.
the game on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Just ball. Just got there playing ball. It was a little cold out there. Lost my wind one time and then took a shot to the chin, but everything's fine. I'm ready to go.
Were you bleeding from that hit? I know you had
Yeah, I got a little something right there. A little blood, but it's nothing crazy.
Nick, Travis Kelce just told us that you could roll footballs out in a Walmart parking lot and he would be there. What type of example is he setting for the entire team in these last 2 games at practice?
Yeah, he's doing it his whole career. Even before I got here, and in the last couple of years I've been here, I was always leading by example. First guy there, last guy to leave. In terms of leader, doing everything the right way, holding everybody to a high standard, execution-wise. Again, a guy's been doing it for a long time. He might not move as fast as he used to, but the details, the execution, the effort, all the things that go into winning close games and doing things the right way, he embodies it. So him being out there, man, like I 100% believe it. No matter where the ball is at, he'll be there to give us his best, and that's what we're going to do for him as well.
Anybody else? Thanks, Nick.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks, Nick.